Envision yourself in a town where time has ceased to progress. The echoes of individuals who once arrived in search of wealth still resonate in the breeze, their aspirations now concealed beneath layers of dust and disillusionment. This location was once a symbol of hope and abundance, a territory where the allure of gold captivated ambitious souls. However, it is now transformed into the remnants of a broken dream, a cemetery where human desires have been muted by the passage of time and the unyielding forces of nature. This was Rhyolite, a name that once represented boundless opportunity and golden wealth. The environment was harsh and the desert was relentless, yet the discovery of gold seemed to make the impossible a reality. In just a few years, it evolved into a symbol of advancement, featuring banks, hotels, and the brilliance of electric lights illuminating the night. Yet, the narrative does not conclude here. Some believe that this town never truly perished. If you dare to stroll through the ruins beneath the moonlight, you may sense the presence of those restless spirits, still roaming with their unfulfilled ambitions. Was it avarice that led to Rhyolite's demise? Or was there a more sinister force at work? This evening, we invite you to embark on a journey through the rise, the decline, and the enduring enigmas of this abandoned town. The year was 1904. The desert lay vast and unyielding, with the relentless sun casting a harsh glare over the desolate landscape. However, for those who arrived with aspirations of wealth, this barren expanse promised the potential for immense fortune. In the Bullfrog Hills, two prospectors, Shorty Harris and E.L. Cross, made a remarkable discovery of gold, triggering a wave of excitement throughout the area. News of their find spread rapidly. Within a matter of weeks, hundreds flocked to the region, some on foot, others on horseback, and many in mule-drawn wagons, each driven by the same ambition, to strike it rich. Initially, they established temporary camps, but soon the skeletal outlines of Rhyolite began to emerge. By 1905, wooden buildings had replaced the tents, marking the establishment of a permanent settlement. By 1907, Rhyolite had transformed from a mere mining outpost into a thriving city. It boasted electricity, telephone services, running water, hospitals, schools, an opera house, and even its own stock exchange. The town's most impressive feature was the grand Cook Bank building, a striking edifice of stone and steel that epitomized the prosperity of this desert community. However, with wealth came excess. The saloons operated throughout the night, gambling establishments flourished, and fortunes were lost as swiftly as they were gained. Yet, beneath the surface of opportunity, a tempest was brewing, one that would soon engulf the city in a wave of despair. Rhyolite experienced a rapid ascent, but its decline was equally swift and harsh. The financial crisis of 1907 reverberated throughout the nation, leading investors who had previously placed unwavering trust in Rhyolite's gold to withdraw their investments. Stock values collapsed, banks adopted a more cautious approach, and the city, once a beacon of prosperity, found itself on the brink of devastation. Despite the efforts of merchants and miners to maintain optimism, the harsh reality became clear. The gold mines were not as bountiful as they had once appeared. By 1911, the town's largest operation, the Montgomery-Shoshone Mine, ceased operations, delivering a critical blow to the local economy. Businesses began to shutter one after another. The illustrious Cook Bank, once a symbol of affluence, now stood abandoned. Trains that had previously transported settlers to this prosperous city were now taking them away. The sounds of prosperity faded into quiet, leaving behind desolate streets and shattered aspirations. By 1916, even the lights extinguished. Rhyolite, which had once been a realm of radiant dreams, was left vulnerable to the passage of time and the relentless desert winds. As families departed, Rhyolite transformed into a ghost town. Buildings that once resonated with joy and trade now stood as empty shells. The school, previously alive with the cheerful voices of children, now exuded an unsettling silence. The once grand hotels, which had hosted affluent businessmen, were reduced to mere shelters for the wind and desert wildlife. Yet, was it solely the desert that remained? Or was there something more? Many believe that the spirits of Rhyolite have never truly departed. Travelers who pass through frequently report seeing shadows flitting between the structures, hearing whispers carried by the breeze, and experiencing unexplainable shivers. Some even assert that they can hear the faint sound of ghostly footsteps in the stillness of night, as if the town itself is determined to remain in memory. Today, Rhyolite functions as an open-air museum, serving as a poignant reminder of a community that reached great heights only to experience a dramatic decline. The renowned Bottle House, constructed entirely from repurposed glass bottles, remains a symbol of the ingenuity of its former residents. The dilapidated remains of the train station, the jail, and the cook bank stand as quiet witnesses to a bygone era. However, Rhyolite has not completely slipped into oblivion. Its haunting allure has captivated artists and historians alike. The Goldwell Open Air Museum, featuring a surreal array of ghostly figures and abstract sculptures, is located at the town's entrance, possibly a final homage to the spirits of Rhyolite, eternally preserved in time. Rhyolite has transformed into a ghost town. Yet it remains etched in memory. It serves as a poignant reminder of ambition, avarice, and the precarious nature of wealth. Its remnants, illuminated by the desert sun during the day and enveloped in a haunting stillness at night, harbor tales that refuse to be forgotten. Some visitors are drawn to its historical importance, while others claim to sense an invisible presence observing them, lingering just out of reach of time. The Bottle House, the cook bank, and the remnants of the train station all illustrate the notion that success is often temporary, and what ascends in splendor can just as swiftly disintegrate into nothingness. Therefore, if you find yourself near Death Valley in the midst of a Rhyolite, take a moment to pause and listen. The winds may carry more than the sound of shifting sand. They might echo the voices of those who once lived, aspired, and ultimately faded away in this place. Perhaps, in the stillness of the night, you too will catch their whispers. If you found this exploration of the abandoned town of Rhyolite intriguing, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Would you be brave enough to visit Rhyolite after dark? Stay connected for more captivating and eerie destinations from across the globe. Until we meet again, continue your quest into the unknown.